My name is Romero, Romeo. I'm the current Vice Chairperson for Membership and Recruitment in UP SIAM, and I'm a member of both UPRS and UP Cradle. From what I've been taught, when I was given the opportunity to take part of campaigns and to be part of movements for mental health, and also from joining discussions and reading up online, I know that mental health is a state of well-being. That by definition, it's your ability to cope with the daily stresses of life. But I think the more pressing thing to know about it is that because there's a stigma that surrounds it, that people still fail to recognize that it's important, that mental health is something that we need to talk about, and that we shouldn't focus on it kapag nasa extremes na lang. Rather, we should be promoting it regardless. For the past 2 years, I feel like, or I know actually, that mental health has really had a big impact on my family and friends. Just recently, one of my closest friends actually confided in me through another friend na she was diagnosed as clinically depressed. And when I got that call, I was really shocked. Kasi she was, knowing her as a person, she was really one of the happiest people in the room always. Parang, she was always jolly, she was always laughing, she was always making jokes with me. But it only goes to show na you never really know what's going on with a person. And what's important is that you try to build an environment around them that promotes positive mental health. Gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, you don't wait for the extremes to happen. Rather, as much as possible, you try to be preventive, you try to promote self-care. Kasi at the end of the day, when you're looking at mental health kasi, you never know when issues are gonna spark up. You never know when it's going to be a problem. So you focus on the here and the now and what you can do right now. The first thing that I would tell that person is that I would be there for them. Kasi I feel like it would take a tremendous amount of trust to confide in someone that there are issues, that you're dealing with issues regarding mental health. So I want to be able to return that trust in a sense na I would like to tell them that this is something that they could conquer and that I would be there every step of the way. As far as advice goes, I'd probably bank on self-care and how important it is to literally everybody, because self-care isn't just something that students should be practicing. It should be practiced by adults, by kids, because we know that self-care, it's one of the pivotal steps towards positive mental health. I'd like to tell them that they should practice self-care not only when they need it, but in the little things that they do every day. And if it goes naman as far as if it becomes a clinical issue naman, I think the first thing that I would really tell them is that to seek professional help. Kasi we know that I want to tell them that mental health issues aren't hopeless issues. I think that's the most important thing that we need to tell somebody. We want to tell them that with the right people and with the right advice, there's definitely a way to move forward. And ako kasi, basing it from my experience with my friend, I've been going with her and her mom to her therapies, to her sessions with her therapist, and just being there and just being able to listen to them, parang nakikita mo talaga na may improvement. Nakakadalawang session pa lang, and I already saw the impact of her having somebody that she could tell her problems so that she could unload. And I feel like that in itself, just being there for them, being able to listen to them, I feel like that's powerful and very impactful. With regards to mental health, siguro, honestly, the first thing I want to tell people is that it's 2018, grabe. Get rid of the stigma na. It's about time that people were more proactive about mental health. Na it's about time that we stop pretending that it's not as important as our physical health. That it should be something that we should be focusing on. what do I hope to see? I hope to see a society yun nga, that can really take concrete actions toward promoting yun nga, self-care and positive mental health. I want to see institutions then, for example, this is a very iffy issue for me kasi it saddens me that sometimes the institutions that we go to learn, the institutions that we go to have fun, sa kanila pa nanggagaling yung bulk ng pressure, sila pa yung nauuna sa pagpipick on our mental health. And I feel like it's about time that maybe they followed suit and they followed the movement of mental health kasi at the end of the day, kung sino rin yung audience nila, kung sino din yung pupunta sa institutions nila, sila rin yung affected. And we don't want that to become an issue na parang wala nang papasok dahil namang problema sila sa pressure of school, ganyan. So, ayun. Personally, meron din akong another bias towards the LGBT youth naman. As a member of the community, and as someone who has been closeted for the most part of his childhood, I feel that I know firsthand na what being in the closet and dealing with identity issues at such a young age can do to your headspace. And for me, I want to be able to reach out to them, to tell them that it's okay to share that burden, it's okay to speak out, with the campaign. It's really important that you talk to people and that you really tell them na there are allies and there are ways for you to share the burden and not just carry it alone. Actually, nakaka-proud din yung engineering. Ito pa, isa pa. One more thing that I would like to see in a society for 2018 for mental health. Gusto ko makita that they actually follow what the College of Engineering has been doing. Kasi to hold campaigns like this, to hold like campaigns for mental health, it's such a big thing to do. And it gives people like me, for example, na parang, it gives me a platform to be able to reach out to you guys, to say na parang, just don't be too hard on yourself, ganun. Just show yourself a little love. And kasi kapag yun talaga yung first step and when you get there, you'll be able to speak up and speak out for mental health.